This is a regular meeting of... This is a regular meeting of the Board of Trustees of the New York Fire Department Pension Fund and the New York Fire Department Life Insurance Fund. It's February 25th. It is now 11:23. We're at Fire Department Headquarters 9 Metrotech. The room is 4W15. Can we have a roll call of trustees?
Ms. Caroline Wolpert. Here. Ms. Susanna Vickers. Here. Mr. Antonio Rodriguez.
Here.
Mr. Stephen Cassidy.
James Slevin and Steve Cassidy's proxy.
And Mr. James Slevin.
Here.
Mr. Eddie Brown.
Here.
He's here.
Huh?
Just step out for a second.
Mr. John Kelly.
Here.
Mr. James McGowan.
Here.
Mr. John Farina.
Here.
Mr. Paul Furrow.
Here.
Mr. Thomas Fillon.
Here.
Commissioner Douglas White.
Here.
524 votes in a quorum. May we start the meeting?
Okay, before we do, let's see. So, we have a new representative from the mayor's office. Why don't you give your name and what you do for the mayor's office?
Sure. My name's John Adler. I'm the director of the mayor's office of pensions and investments and the chief pension investment advisor. And this is my second week on the job, so happy to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Also, our lead, everything will be fine.
Okay. Thanks for the guidance.
Particularly that guy's lead. Right? Also, we have Dominic Locasano.
Hi.
And just mention who you are, and we'll talk about it later.
Dominic Locasano. I serve as the Fire Department's Executive Director for the Office of Internal Audit and Control.
And that'll come clear. We'll make it clear a little bit later. Dominic will make it like a 5-minute presentation. Okay. So we're back now to today's agenda. Could we have? We want to do the approval of the minutes, the regular meeting minutes of January 30th, 2015.
I make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of January 30th, 2015.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any objections? Here are no objections. The minutes for January 30th, 2015 are approved. All right, the special meeting of January 12th, 2015. We need an approval. We need a vote anyway.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from held on January 12th, 2015.
Second.
Any objections? Here none, motion carries. Also, the investment meeting of January 14th, 2015.
Make a motion to approve the investment meeting minutes of January 14th, 2015.
Second.
Any objections? Here none, motion carries. I think this should be set.
There's some set up across the hall when they do it, and everything will be missing. Yeah.
We're on the record, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'll just push everybody down together.
Okay, all right.
And then let them
Okay. All right, special business audit committee. As you may know, and Dominic will talk about this. He's going to just make a presentation 5 minutes, just to let you know where we are, that the financial services of the state is requiring that we have an audit committee, even though we're audited by Comptroller's Office. We are audited also by the Actuary's Office, but the state requires us to do this. There are some pension funds that have audit committees already, and we're looking into it, how we do it, how many people should be on it, how we structure it. We're doing that right now, and Dominic is going to talk about this for a few moments. But before you speak, I just want to note that Eddie Brown is now in the meeting, okay? Dominic, could you speak?
Hello again, everyone. So, as the Commissioner mentioned, can you hear me on the other side? John, can you hear me? Okay. So in accordance with, I'm here to share with you today that in accordance with New York State Insurance Law 310-12 and Administrative Code of the City of New York 13-391 and 13405, the New York State Department of Financial Services is conducting an audit on the condition and the affairs of the pension fund and both variable supplement funds. Their examination, the objective of the examination is the governance of the fund and the specificities are the core functions of the fund. Some examples: fiduciary, financial, investment, risk assessment. The audit kicked off on December 8th of 2014. It is expected to take up to 6 months to complete. The exam period is July 1st, 2008 through June 30th, 2013. The audit team consists of up to 10 auditors at any given time. And during the course of the audit, it was brought to our attention that we need to have an internal audit function, and the Board of Trustees will need to, as the Commissioner had brought up, establish an audit committee.
I just want you to know we're looking into how we do this, and if there's any questions of Dominic, you may want to ask him. But I don't see it happening for, probably another month or so. We'll talk about it some more at the next monthly meeting, or if I need to communicate with you by email, I will do so. Go ahead.
Quick question. So, in developing like an audit, many of the other funds already have kind of a standing audit committee. In kind of formulating an audit committee, particularly when an audit is kind of already taking place, do you see that kind of being an issue, where like how will we be able to get up to speed, given that we're kind of already in the audit cycle without an audit committee?
It's a great question, and I had.
Dominic, would you stand up? It's a little hard.
Forgive me if my voice didn't carry before. The board will need to, so it's something of a future endeavor.
Okay.
It's not something at this moment in time that needs to be established during this current audit, but it is something that will need to be addressed.
And I just wanted you to know that before. I mean, this is really early on in the process, but I wanted you to know it as a board. And we'll be reporting back. I think that Dominic probably spoke with Keith about it, I think.
That's correct.
All right. And if Keith, if you have any comments to make about it, please do so. I don't know if you do.
No, not at this time.
Okay, fine.
One question on the audit. Have you done this in the past, or is that just on the first pension fund audit? Or has the past, they've had audits in the past?
Great question. They have. Sorry,
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So there was an audit that was conducted in 2009 for the 5-year prior to the period they're looking at currently. And I asked...
2002, 2007?
Yes.
Or 2002,
Or
2008?
ending in June 2008. So from July 1st, 2003. I asked for a copy of that report to see what the recommendations were and what implementation plan was agreed to. The state did not release that report. It was not made finalized.
So the state never issued a final report?
If I remember correctly, they did issue a report, but the 5 funds altogether opposed to say what they wrote in the report was not reasonable because the law wasn't in place for the items they audited for the past from 2002. So they shouldn't write the funds up for at that time there wasn't such laws. So they said, okay, we agree that we will not use this report, but later on we never received any final reports.
Did they withdraw the report formally?
They withdrew their
They withdrew the report.
Right, but there could be a draft report that was never finalized.
Right.
But they, because all 5 funds opposed it, so they withdrew it.
So that's all we kind of know about it, frankly. And Dominic works on internal staff here. He's not an audit. He does audit. so he's been doing audits around other matters, not about this, and I don't even know whether or not there is an option to outsource this part of thing, but I don't like the idea of outsourcing for a lot of reasons. But we're looking at it. We're trying to resolve this issue, and we'll get back to you on it. Any other questions on this? All right, okay. So we're now at number 4 on the agenda. Thank you, Dominic.
Sure.
Yeah, number 4, subchapter 2. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Dominic. A, the board is requested to approve the authorization for the actuary to utilize pension sensor data to compute other post-employment benefit obligations for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2015.
So moved.
Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
The board is requested to approve refund of annuity savings account access to improved benefits plan members. 70 cases listed.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
C, the board is requested to approve application for ordinary death benefit in a lump sum amount of $450,000.
No, not 45.
$405,000 to Mrs. Helena Gordon, John Baptiste, sister and designated beneficiary of deceased firefighter Henry J. Gordon, Jr.
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
D, the board is requested to approve each application for return of accumulated deductions in a lump sum amount of $37,638.83 to Henry Gordon Sr. and Hallie Kitty Michelle, designated beneficiaries of deceased firefighter Henry J. Gordon Jr.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
E, the board is requested to approve applications for return of accumulated deductions for contributions due to resignation or termination. 15 cases listed.
So moved. Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
F, the board is requested to approve application for return of increased take-home pay in a lump sum amount of $71,218.01 to Mrs. Patricia L. Glockler, widow and designated beneficiary of deceased firefighter William B. Costera.
Motion to approve. Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
G, the board is requested to approve advance payments to retirees entered on the fund's January 2015 payroll. 8 cases listed.
Motion to approve. Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
H, the board is requested to approve payment due physicians of the Subchapter 2 Medical Board.
So moved.
Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
I, the board is requested to approve payments due Finken Carney Recording and Video.
Motion to approve. Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
J, the board is requested to approve payment due Mechanical Secretaries Inc.
So moved. Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries.
That's it.
Are we going to go to executive session? Okay, we're going to, somebody needs to make a motion to move out of the public session into the fire department life insurance fund.
So moved. Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries. So we're now into the fire department life insurance fund.
Roll call of trustees remains the same. A, the board is requested to approve each application for $6,000 life insurance benefit from beneficiaries beneficiaries of deceased retired members, 18 cases listed.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries. Is that it for that one? Okay. So now we need a motion to conclude the life insurance fund meeting and move back into executive session for purpose of deciding disability cases.
So moved. Second.
Any objections? Hearing none, motion carries. At this point, the camera should go off.